Okay, so I've got one more stitch to knit, and then I'll have knit my 60 and I'll be ready to start the heel. But I want to work the heel in white, so when I do this last stitch in red, I'm just going to lay my white yarn across the back, across the red yarn, just to trap it in place so that it's held more securely when I start my first stitch in white. So there we are, you can see again, it's just trapped underneath that red thread there. So now I'm going to put the red to one side and continue in white. So I will knit the next 4 stitches in white before the marker. Then I can take the marker off, and then I can knit the first 4 stitches of what will be the next round in white as well. And there I've got 8 stitches, the start of my heel. So now I have to turn the work. So instead of carrying on in the round, we're now going to turn and we're going to work across the back of the stitches. And then for this next round, we're going to slip 1 purlwise and then purl 7. So I just do slip 1 purlwise, I just put my needle in that first stitch as if I was going to purl it, but instead just slip it across to the other needle. Then I'm going to purl 7. And then again, I'm going to turn my work. Okay, so for the next round, I'm going to slip 1 purlwise again, and then I'm going to knit 9. Now when we're slipping 1 purlwise, we still hold the yarn at the back of the work because it doesn't tell us to do anything else. It just says to slip the stitch purlwise. So we just slip the stitch in as if we were going to purl it, even though it's a knit, and we slide it across. And the reason for slipping it purlwise is it keeps the stitch facing the same way. So now I will knit 9. So that's 7. So then 8 and 9 are just the next 2 red stitches, so that our heel is getting wider. So then I turn it again, and again I slip the first stitch purlwise, and then I'm going to purl 11. So that will take me across the 9 that I'd already knit on the previous row, and then I shall purl the next 2 red stitches. Okay, and then I turn again. And then it's just the same thing. Yarn at the back, slip the stitch purlwise, knit all your heel stitches. Now you can see there it's looking a bit baggy where I started and introduced my white and finished with the red. If I just gently pull on the yarn ends at the back, I can just pull that and make it neat again. So there's no need to worry about that. Once we weave in the ends, that will all look fine. So I knit all my white stitches, plus 2 extra red ones, and then I turn again. Yarn at the front, as I'm doing a purl row, and then I just slide the first one across and purl the rest, adding 2 more red at the end again. So we just keep going like this until the very last row you do will be slip 1 purlwise, purl 43. So you'll then have 44 white stitches. So if you do the heel in a different colour, it's very easy to keep track of where you are. Okay, So I shall carry on with this, and then when I've got to my 44 heel stitches, I'll show you how we do the bottom of the heel shaping, where we start to reduce the number of stitches we have in the heel.